Hi everyone! In this week's video, what I'd love to explore with you is the impact that cancel culture might be having on diversity, equity, and inclusion work. And the reason why I bring this up is because I've seen a high level of fear and trepidation that comes into play when it comes to having conversations about variety of topics in the diversity, equity, and inclusion space. There's such a fear of saying the wrong thing that we don't actually even allow ourselves the opportunity to have authentic conversations. And when we have authentic conversations, we create the space for people to make mistakes. And what's happening is, because of the impact of cancel culture, that people don't feel like they can make mistakes anymore, and or that if they say something that they might forever tarnish their reputation. That doesn't mean that there shouldn't be consequences for actions, or that people shouldn't be called out or use an opportunity as a teaching moment when somebody says something inappropriately. But how do we do it from a place of compassion? Because right now what's happening is we're seeing cancel culture be the norm, and therefore we're creating spaces that are just perpetuating this fear that's keeping us from having these honest conversations. So I'd be interested in hearing how you are all creating these safe spaces for individuals to have conversations, and how you are inviting compassion to be part of the equation, recognizing that everyone makes mistakes in the space, and that we can't be experts on all the dimensions of diversity. And even if we are well educated, or we immerse ourselves to learn in that space, that can still open us up for the possibility of making mistakes. And so from that perspective, how do we use moments where people make mistakes as teaching opportunities, rather than canceling them? And again, that doesn't mean that we're condoning microaggressions, but that we separate out the behavior from the individual, so that we can give people an opportunity to correct behaviors. And again, this is coming from, how do we create spaces where we can learn and grow? Because otherwise we're approaching things from a very fixed mindset perspective, where we don't want to say or do anything because we don't want to make mistakes. And that's not an opportunity for growth in the diversity, equity, and inclusion space.